Breathe deep and move. I want to have a word.
This vessel is at...
This vessel?
This vessel is at... This vessel is at thine disposal. Do what?
Moon Maiden here.
Reciprocation! Watchers! Ignore you. Foundry. Neutralized. Witnesses eliminated. You walk free. You won. Task. Kill Orin! Kill Orin! Kill Orin! Kill Orin!
You wish to consult me? I am yours. Come to me. What a wonderful distraction you are.
Let's kick in.
Keep your distance, darling.
By my oath.
I've got a long road ahead. Walk in death.
You look well. Are you ready to pursue our enemies? That is your gift to me, and we are bound together until it is done. I hope so too. This bond we share. I believe it is a Lulsreen. If that is so, it will last as long as we do. While Orin lives, I fear we will not last long at all, whether together or apart. We must find her and kill her.
I need a moment for the two of us.
You wish to consult me?
spot for an ambush.
What's the story? By my oath.
At least things have stayed interesting. Need to find a way forward.
Go for the throat.
What now?
Now this is my happy place. Easy. An enemy!
Your command. On your command.
Bye forever, pal.
I thirst for combat. Too easy.
This is gonna feel good.
How delicious.
Making me sweat.
Is that blood? No, never mind. Moving in. Let's have a look. What's that?
The Lord of Murder shall perish.
But in his doom he shall spawn a score of mortal progeny.
Chaos will be sown from their passage.
You wish to consult me?
Corpses.
Keep a blade close.
I've got a long road ahead. Don't waste a step.
But Alondo did not see. He did not know. He did not revel in the glory of what is to come.
Sororicide awaits.
Me? Hot foot. Place is trapped. This'll be fun.
Someone there?
Who's next?
Looking ahead. Dream in red.
Oh, master, master, master! You have come home to your royal dwelling. But why did you exert yourself so getting here? I was waiting to open the door. Lady Orin told me to allow your passage, but if she hadn't, I would have been naughty and slipped you inside anyway. Yeah, I would have told you so, but didn't dream of interrupting when you were enjoying yourself. Bashing the Hollyphant's wormy trunk was a particularly refined deed. A thousand succubi could give me no greater delight. There's a puddle of blood on the floor as you walk in. Careful, don't slip.
They say you will fight her.
wide is the grave you'll rot in.
And barely eats it. I don't see the point. I see you're hungry. May I bite your tongue in case she hears you?
The faces take their time. Do they? Look, your savior approaches. See how it crawls towards us? Not a dream now. No. It is blood and bone. Carrying the tyrant's rock. But Saravok's crimson was not yours to spill. He was mine. You had no right to take him. Did it think it could protect? Did it think it could save? Only the blades can offer salvation. You do not lie, underling. It is your blood I am destined to spill. Your death spit will stain these walls, little lamb. You still don't remember, do you, bloodkin?
How you screamed as my knife slit your skull. Your brain juices, sticky and sweet. A little hole, big enough for the worm. Your body, a blood sack to feed it. The favorite of Baal turned meat puppet, strung up by the sinews and plucked by my hands.
Straggling memory rises. Day your tyranny should have engulfed this world. It was you who were the first to be enslaved. Orin's smile was the last thing you saw, her bright blade glinting as she chiseled into your skull. Her reckless digging left your mind shattered. She robbed you of your bloody birthright, reduced you to nothing. Nothing but pure hate. And now it burns, yearning for vengeance.
Husk, maggot, a ball spawn, slip sliding in filth with these pigs. You don't deserve the Murder Lord's blessing. Come close, my death's heads, but keep your blades unblooded. Baal demands a jewel. He wants to taste my domination, an altar flowing with his own unwilling flesh, draining, dying, drip, drip, drip.
You should have trained harder, Master.
Baal demands a pure blood sport. But if anyone interferes, we
unleash me. Simple.
Let's go. My little tricks.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Stalker of Gehenna's races, take our zeal, take our blood.
Take our zeal, take our blood.
Dance macabre.
Fuck yes.
Nothing important is ever easy.
You are the chosen one. He is near. He comes for you.
Father, an offering of his affection for you, or comfort.
You refuse me. You are your life is mine. Accept your inheritance, or you were made. You reject my blood, and so I will reclaim it. I will make another who is worthy.
For the first time in over a century, silence falls over the Baal temple. No chants, no screams, no prayers. In the end, your own death brought you more joy than any you wrought on this land. You are slipping into peaceful oblivion. But your journey is not over.
Thou hast defied Baal, thy liege and father, and in doing so hast earned a place among champions and heroes. But alas, thy courage was in opposition to the divine cosmology that bound thee to the Lord of Murder. Thou art now faithless, godless, and doomed to wander the fugue plane for eternity. I will not permit that, though all the powers of life and death dictate that it should be so. I, too, still hold some power, and I invest a portion of it in thee, who hath challenged the gods and now liveth to tell of it. Thy fight is not over, and it is thy fight. For one who can look upon Baal and oppose him can survive any crisis. So rise, challenger of gods, and prepare for battle once more. Death will not claim thee whilst I endure. A scribe, a seneschal, a keeper of records, and now thine advocate, both here and in the city of the dead. I can only give what thou hast earned. Baal tried to extinguish thee, but his wrath is imprecise. He only succeeded in killing the part of thee he knew. The urge that drove thee to terrible acts, the spark of brutality that made thee his. But there is a new part of you that hath grown during thy travels. That part Baal could not extinguish, and so, instead of destroying thee, he hath made thee anew. The heart of a savior hath overshadowed the mind of a murderer. Thou hast vanquished thine urge. I share thine enthusiasm, in mine own manner. Today thou art born anew. Greet the bloodless dawn, child of none. As it was, so it is again. A hero has risen from a legacy of death.
Hard to believe she is dead, after all that she did to me. I do not often doubt myself. But surviving Orin took courage and strength I was not sure I had. I could not have faced her without you. You are trying to raise my spirits. I appreciate it, but any joy the sight of Orin's corpse brings me is but a speck of comforting shade. There is little relief to be found from the heat of the storm we are caught in. While the brain is still free, and we are still infected, we will never be safe. But we can talk of this later. For now, let us be glad that we still draw breath, and that Orin does not.
Careful, I might.
I am listening.
I could go for a good meal.
At your command.
Still alive. So that's progress.
I live once more. The Dreadlord's plaything no longer. To camp. I will not let my guard slip again. I swear by Mother Gith's scion.
Hey, good looking.
Well, hello.
No traps, please.
So, we have the final stone. I need to see it for myself. There it is. So innocent, but such potential. You have done very well indeed.
The Netherstones pulse with psionic energy, permeating you, pulling you in line with their rhythm. The thrum quickens, rising, cresting on a single feeling. A location.
A moving pool beneath the city itself. So that's where the Chosen imprisoned the brain.
If memory serves, there are smuggling routes beneath the city. They won't take you underground. When we reach the pool, we will find the brain, and we will end this. In death, thraldom, or freedom. But a word of caution. Once we cross into the Elder Brain's domain, there will be no turning back. Finish your business here before you proceed. The brain will be waiting for us.
Fresh orders?
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Swift as my feet can carry me. What's up for discussion?
She is gone, and we may feast.
What a day. Time to die.
You're violent.
Let's have some courage.
Behold the dance of death.
Let me strike.
Alright, Karlak. It's go time.
Ready for battle.
Be split and spilt before his throne. Bone split, flesh torn, all for the Dreadlord.
Can't stay idle.
Smell blood.
Fresh orders?
There's blood in the air.
Another step forward. What's inside?
Pigs have fought.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Time for a cup. spill some blood.
Time to push my luck again. What path lies before me? This could be my own.
Violet.
Let's turn someone inside out.
Gods, it's hot in here.
This feels good. Feel that anguish.
They should all be running. Let's see. Open up. Bet that will fit in my pack.
You're cured. You're free.
This merits a celebration. You did what you had to do to get yourself right. To choose the life you wanted to live. Very fucking proud of you, mate. Seriously. have to, thanks.
Watch your back.
Still breathing, despite everything. Moving ahead.
It was no easy thing, overcoming those urges that gripped you. I'm not sure I would have managed in your shoes. Well done. All's well, I hope, aside from the obvious. Good. I knew you had what it took to quieten your demons. I'd hate to have lost the real you.
Just thought of something.
You have conquered your urge. You have taken back your own soul. I'm so proud of you. If I had a bottle of dragon dew, I'd open it in your honor.
You fought hard to win back control over yourself. I can only imagine how you feel.
You wish to consult me? One part of it. A smaller part than I had hoped. It was, but it has left a bitter taste. Orin could make herself a mirror to anyone she met. A perfect physical replica, down to the slightest blemish or imperfection. It was only the surface that she imitated, though. The skin and the muscle and the bone. Peel back the surface, and her madness lay beneath. She could not hide that, no matter what form she took. No matter how perfect the surface imitation, few would see themselves reflected in Orin's madness, in her soul. I did see myself there. A broken version of myself, but recognizable nonetheless. And of course, you saw yourself there too. She was your sister, after all, bound to you by Baal's blood. Oh, but I am. Given what we learned of her mother, I see how similar we truly are. We were both born of trauma, both raised by parents who protected us with one hand and tormented us with the other. What was I when you first knew me? Before you ever knew me. A mad woman, butchering prey in the name of a god who would discard me without a thought once I was no longer of use. Baal, Lolth, the Absolute. They do not have followers. They only have victims, and they reward devotion with death. It is only because of you that I did not meet the same fate as Orin. Lost to madness and blood. If you had killed me when we first met, I would have been just one more casualty of your crusade against the Absolute. And nobody would remember me. You wish to consult me?
It is not in a Githyanki's nature to say thank you. Our language doesn't even have a phrase for it. Kraith Khan Jan is the closest equivalent I know. May your enemies know agony. But after releasing me from Orin's grip, there is only one proper response. Thank you. Sincerely. Well, good then. Let's carry on. Voss stands at the ready. All that remains, how we get in. You have vanquished the Slayer, as I knew you would. You are strong. You are mighty. You are you. Incredible. Since I was old enough to hold a blade, I've dreamt of wielding a silver sword. The swords cleave both meat and mind, body and brain. To swing one, mesmerizing. To be slain by one, agonizing. Everyone I bleed with a sword will be my tribute to Prince Orpheus.
Lae'zel gave a thorough description.
A Kithrak's silver sword is more than a weapon. You merely need to... The ancient slates tell us that each... The silver injures the body. The gate's flesh injures the mind. A formidable weapon... Certainly not. To break Orpheus free, we will need the... Very well.
Another ball spawn buried by our hand. Ball should learn better than to send his offspring against us. They might as well be babes, dropped bare bottom into the Rashiman winter.
Congratulations are in order. I fancied myself the sage advisor, sworn to guide you through what it means to be a child of Baal. And while I mulled on that solemn responsibility, you went and took care of it on your own. Well done. Truly. The path of a Baal spawn is not an easy one, nor does it ever truly end. But you found your footing where so many before you have fallen. Wherever you lead from now, we will follow. I believe you have an appointment. Lead then. Nature... Yes?
This vessel is at thy disposal. Do what thou wilt.
This vessel is at thy disposal. Do what thou wilt.
This vessel is at thy disposal. Do what thou wilt.
Well done again on besting Baal and all that. It was very twee. Especially the part where that poor excuse for a skeleton waved his magic wand and made it all better. Dying and being reborn is never pleasant.
Your new lease of life suits you rather well. What do you and your newborn vitality require of me? Nothing like ridding oneself of a god's unwanted influence to lighten the load on your shoulders. I wasn't sure if we'd lose you to that darkness entirely. Glad to know you found your way back to us.
Sorore surge, testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in beator.
Notum sit in beator.
Holy hells.
Fina, Cirrus, arbiters for the hells, exemplars of justice. Sisters.
Infernos contractus te vocamus. Infernos contractus te vocamus. Infernos contractus te vocamus.
Your contract, Will. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable. A life for a life. No contract is ended without sacrifice. The cost must be paid. Will Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1, I raise your father from the dead, and you pledge your soul to me and the Archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2, I break your pact, and you are freed from your duty. Your father remains dead, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel! I won't let her take Will.
Silence, Karlak.
Mizora, you arsehole!
Choose. Addendum F. The Absolute must be avenged for the Soulbinder's detention at Moonrise. The Soulbearer retains his gifts until such time as the Absolute is slain.
You damned wretch. Do it then. Claim my soul for Zariel. Bring my father back.
Fiat Ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Your mind connects to the Grand Duke. He's still infected, but his parasite is weak, shielded from the Absolute by the astral prism.
What's happened? Will? Is that you?
It's me, Father. It's all right. You're safe here.
A promise made, a promise kept. I'll let you two catch up. I'm sure you've got plenty to talk about. You know, I think I'll stick around. Watch this play out. I could use the entertainment.
You probably expect me to turn into a sea of mist, run wrong side up on roofs, and to call on legions of wolves in battle. This will all happen in due time. But for now, patience is required. I hear the whispers of the night, but I can't yet speak its language. It's going to take a while to become acquainted with my new self. Everything lies ahead. I can see my path to a waking dream. From the Crimson Palace, I will govern day and night, create a city of spawn who bow before me, cast a fog over the world for my children. But first, we must manage the trifling matter of the brain. Perhaps it will listen to us. Perhaps it too will serve. I'm so lucky I crash-landed next to such an intelligent creature as you. We make a fine team, don't we?
Ah, ally mine. We are reunited once more. I was just regaling sweet Isabel with tales of our prowess.
Very impressive. Thank you for helping Aelin. That wizard sounded absolutely dastardly.
He did, and it came. Now, my friend, bask in your victory. I will do the same. My darling, we must inform our friend of our news.
Indeed. I've scouted a Selûnite enclave outside the city. They faced the Absolute's armies and come out battered and bruised. Aelin and I will go to them, provide what help we can.
But fear not. When the time comes for you to face the foe of foes, Isabel and I will stand by your side.
We wouldn't miss it. Not for anything.
Go well, friend. We will see you soon. And with our great powers combined, this city will be saved.
Tadpole resonates with Raven Guards. The exhausted Grand Duke is a flurry of emotion. Gratitude and relief. Anger and deep pain.
Will. It can't be. By Baldur's graces, have you fallen so far that Avernus has taken you? My son, a monster. Twisted beyond recognition. To think my blood flows through those veins. Is this my fate? To rise from death into a hell of my own boy's making?
It isn't what you think. It never was.
You turned your back on me, on your city, to chase the she-devil and her power. She stinks up the place even now. It is exactly what I think.
Ravenguard's tadpole clenches as your memories and wills flow into him.
My tears wounds. I'm in your mind.
The Grand Duke sees Mizora and her infernal sisters. He sees the agony in Will's face as an impossible choice is set before him.
No. My son.
The past becomes present, and Will's thoughts are laid bare. Ravenguard sees Will partnering with Mizora to defeat Tiamat's cultists before they could lay siege to Baldur's Gate, and he sees everything beyond. The Nautiloid journey, the perilous path to Moonrise, the astral prism, and the Emperor within.
Will.
Everything I did for Baldur's Gate. I did for you.
I do. And I should. My son. You sold your soul to save Baldur's Gate, and I cast you out for it. You gave yourself to the Hell's eternal fire so I might walk free. By the gods. Can you ever forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive. You wanted to protect the city. I only ever wanted the same.
You are a better man than most, and a better son than I deserve. I'll yet make amends, but my duty is first and foremost to the city and its people. There's something I must ask of you. Before I was captured, I was on a mission. Returning from Elturel, I discovered the plans of the Absolutists. I immediately realized the city couldn't defend itself against such an army. I didn't despair, because the city has a secret guardian, a worm that sleeps beneath. He can be called upon in times of great need. This is such a time. You've been trained in the ways of the great champions and proven to be one of them. The worm will answer your call. You must seek him out.
I failed, Father. The worm is fallen.
A terrible fate for Ansur, my son. Yet my hopes for the city's future have never been higher.
I don't understand.
You and your allies slayed the undead terror that was once the great Ansur. You are stronger than even the great worm. You will be the one to part the storms and lead the people through. You, not Ansur, are the savior we need. First, you will fell the Absolute. Then we will rebuild Baldur's Gate. We will take back our city together. I will name you Baldur's Gate's newest Grand Duke of the Council. You will be hailed Heart of the Gate.
Grand Duke? I look the part of a fiend. A half-devil possesses my very soul.
I will tell the citizens and the patriarchs of your good works. They will know you carry your father's banner. But it is true. You are still under the she-devil's thumb.
Uncertainty fills the air. Will has reached a fork in his path. In which direction will he travel?
Will?
Courage, insight, strategy, justice. These were the lessons my father taught me. Baldur's Gate is my home, and I am its servant. I will be relentless in my pursuit of the greatest good.
I will sooner die by Mazora's hand than let her endanger the city. I'll figure out a way.
The Blade of Frontiers is no more. I will be Will Ravengard, son of Ulder, proud Duke of Baldur's Gate.
My son. Together there is no army we cannot conquer, and no wrong we cannot right. Hail, Duke Will Ravengard!
Duke Will Ravengard!
Will's courage and enthusiasm warms the air. With him at your side, the road ahead doesn't look so insurmountable.
They say that home is where a person can be their truest selves, without guile, without pretense. You did well to see off the Githyanki who had invaded mine. And now that you have seen where I come from, you know all there is to know about me. At least, all that matters. The flavors of my favorite fiddlehead soup, should you wish to experience it for yourself. My beloved confidant and loyal companion Rascal. The very first reward I gifted myself on completion of my first adventure. The garments with which I concealed and later constructed my appearance as the Emperor. We spoke of my relationship with Duke Berlin Stilmane. A story I have told no one else. I have no more secrets from you. No need to resort to subterfuge. We are true allies now, working towards a common goal. I have learned to adapt my methods to your needs. The only way we were ever going to get close enough to the brain to destroy it was by working together. But few would trust a mind flayer. So I did what I had to convince you. I studied you. Your motivations, your actions, your desires. I deduced the best way to align your goals with my own. That you are complex and full of contradictions. It was no easy task, but I had to persist. I needed your absolute dedication to the cause. I anticipated the challenge, and I anticipated your resistance. What I didn't anticipate was how reasonable you would be. You don't like to be coddled, cajoled, but you responded well to logic, to rational arguments, to cold, hard facts. You saw straight to the core of what really mattered. As did I.
Sometimes, I felt almost like we were dancing our way towards something deeper. You know, this might be our last chance to explore the possibility of a deeper relationship. Is that something you want?
The back of your mind warms with a rush of feeling, the Emperor's feeling. Heat, care, arousal. Breath merging into yours, cold, smelling faintly of vanilla and garlic. Its breathing quickens as you pull in close to its face, its excitement palpable. You pause a moment as a thought occurs to you. Where is a mind flayer's mouth? A memory stirs, diagrams in a book you read long ago. A mind flayer's mouth is underneath the tentacles.
I can make this easier for you if you like. My other form might be more familiar for you to navigate.
Everything you ever dreamt of and more. The single greatest experience of your life.
Sorry. You didn't leave me much energy to spare to maintain appearances.
It seems the tadpole allowed you to share more than you would have liked with your companions.
I said I'd protect you from the Absolute, not each other. And I was distracted. Don't worry. I'll make sure they don't remember a thing. Come. It's time to get dressed. We have work to do. I am tempted, but it will be quite some time before I am able to do that again. And time is not on our side. The Elder Brain's hive mind has grown to monstrous proportions. And through the Crown's magic, it has complete control over each and every member. It was intelligent before, but now, with its hive mind established across the city, it is well on its way to becoming indestructible. You know now of your father's plans to use the Elder Brain to slaughter the world over. One need not read minds to foresee the horrors he will pen with your hand if you do not stand against him. We must stop it while we still can, before we too become its slaves.
Jaheira, Boo is trying his best to explain, but I still do not understand your anger.
Do not hide behind your hamster, Ranger. You do not understand because you do not listen. We were the first to discover the cult. And if you had only waited, we might have marshaled our numbers and...
Good does not wait for evil to button up its breeches. When it offers buttocks for the smacking, Minsk and Boo greet cheek with hand. It is well that Boo's innocent ears still ring from all this shouting.
This mess falls on our heads, Minsk. The city under siege, its people poisoned by the cult. It all might have been avoided if you had just put your feelings aside and listened. You mean the doppelgangers? It is no comfort to me that my face made this fool all the easier to lead. The point remains. You meant well, Minsk. But you exposed the city to harm. You helped the cult spread. And worse, perhaps than any of this, you forced me to leave you behind.
But this is where Minsk falls short of the understanding, Jaheira. What else is a berserker for, if not to charge into danger ahead of his Waklaren?
Waklaren? Minsk, I am not your witch. You are not my bodyguard. This is not some high lodge of your homeland.
Boo agrees you're a queer kind of witch. But this city is a queer place. And Minsk, you may have noticed, is sometimes strange himself. The titles matter not. Only this. When Minsk does as Minsk does, and charges in to make a mess, Jaheira does as Jaheira does, and finds a way to save us all anyway.
Well, at least you're getting to know him a little better. I am your friend, Ranger. I am not your witch. There will be no ointments or healing balms.
Not even for Boo?
Ah, there you are. I was thinking, I'm not a Grand Duke just yet, but I'm still of a mind to celebrate. A hearty meal would do the trick. A few hunks of fresh venison, a round of brown ale. What do you say? Wonderful. You hunt the deer, I'll scrounge up the ale. Prepare your belly for a roast a la Raven Guard. Let's hope Gale doesn't take offense if I assume cooking duties, just the once. If I'm to be a Grand Duke, I've got to greet the people and gain their trust. First, we mourn. We bow our heads for the fallen, and honor them by pledging peace. Next, we heal the city. We restore our broken buildings stone by stone. We restore faith in each other, one good turn at a time. Then we open the gates to the refugees, restore diplomatic ties. Baldur's Gate will again be the jewel of the coast.
Doesn't look like anyone's been here in a while. Perhaps people lost faith. Or forgot about it. I wanted to come here. To see if I felt anything that I hadn't done before. Now that I know what I know. Now that I know who I am. That's a dead girl's name. I don't deserve it. I had to look up how it was spelled, for pity's sake. I had my family. For too short a moment. Now they're gone. By my hand. I remember. But they can't comfort me. They can't give me advice. They can't tell me what I was like as a little girl. We carry on. It's all we can do. I'll follow in a while. I think I want to stay here a little longer, firstly. This place isn't familiar, but it's peaceful. Shadowheart. She's as... Besides, Shadowheart still...